You've probably said yes more times than you can count. Not because you genuinely wanted to, not because it felt aligned with your values, but because the weight of saying no felt too heavy to bear. Let's talk about real moments. Here are the few scenarios. You've just wrapped a brutal week. You're emotionally exhausted. A close friend calls and says, "Come out tonight. I really need to talk." You care about them. You do, but your tank is empty. You feel torn. Help them or help yourself? So you say, "I really want to support you, but I'm drained tonight and need to recharge. Can we talk tomorrow?" There's a pause. Maybe disappointment, but also relief, because you spoke your truth. And if the friendship is real, they'll understand. If not right away, then in time. Your coworker asks you to take over a task again. You've already covered for them multiple times. Your own deadline is looming. Your instinct is to say yes, because refusing feels rude. But you pause, you breathe. Then you say, "I've helped a lot recently, but I need to focus on my own projects now. I hope you understand." Firm, fair, balanced. You're not the office savior. You're a contributor with your own limits, and that's okay. Your relative asks to borrow money again. You feel tension in your chest. Last time, it didn't go well. And this time, it feels more like obligation than help. You don't want to create drama, but you also don't want to live in quiet resentment. So you respond with compassion, not compromise. "I know things are tough right now, and I hope they improve soon, but I'm not in a position to offer financial help." Yes, they might be upset. Yes, you might feel guilty, but you also feel empowered because your boundary was clear and your peace intact. You're invited to a social event you don't want to attend. The group expects you to say yes. It's fun for them, but draining for you. So you reply, "Thanks so much for thinking of me. I'll be sitting this one out to rest up. Let's catch up soon, though." You didn't ghost them. You didn't lie. You honored your need for space, for solitude, for recovery. And here's what all these moments have in common. They're hard. They're uncomfortable. They challenge old patterns, but they also shape something new, something stronger, a version of you that doesn't say yes to avoid guilt, but says no to protect peace. Maybe it was someone asking for a favor you didn't have time for. Maybe it was lending money you weren't comfortable giving. Maybe it was simply attending something you had no energy for. And still, you said yes. Because you didn't want to upset them. Because you didn't want to seem rude, selfish, or cold. But here's a truth you might need to hear today. Every yes that compromises your peace is a no to yourself. And you, my friend, deserve better. If saying no feels scary, if your chest tightens, if your throat closes up, if you spiral into overthinking, I want to talk to you, because this isn't just about words. It's about liberation. Let's get honest. Most of us were never taught to say no with confidence. We were taught to accommodate, to smile, to sacrifice, to prioritize harmony over honesty. So when someone asks you something, anything, it triggers a flood of emotion. You think, if I say no, Will they be mad? Will they talk behind my back? Will they stop loving me? It's okay to have these thoughts. They're not weakness, they're evidence of your empathy. But empathy shouldn't come at the expense of your well-being. Here's something that shifts everything. You don't have to respond right away. In fact, that impulse, that pressure to decide instantly, is often where guilt slips in. Someone asks you for help, or money, or time, and everything inside you clenches. You feel fear, confusion, emotional tension, and before you even reflect, your mouth says, "Sure," but your soul whispers, "Please not again." Instead, pause. Say, "Can I get back to you later today?" Or, "I'd like to think about that before I decide." That simple pause gives you space to breathe, to check in with your values, to consult with your truth. Now let's talk specifics. Let's say someone asks you to borrow money. You care about them. You want to help, but you're financially tight or simply uncomfortable. Your stomach knots. You panic. You fear they'll think you don't trust them. So here's what you say. "I really hope things improve soon. I know this must be hard, but I'm not in a position to help financially right now." This is kindness wrapped in boundary, and it is more powerful than silent resentment. Or let's say your coworker always offloads their tasks onto you. You want to be a team player, but it's affecting your own work. This time, pause. Say, "I've got my hands full this week, so I won't be able to take anything extra on." Clear, professional, respectful. Does it feel awkward? Yes, but awkwardness is temporary. Burnout is not. Sometimes guilt hits afterward. You replay the moment in your head. You wonder if you were too direct. You overanalyze their expression, their reply, the silence that followed. But guilt isn't your compass. It's your conditioning. And what you're doing right now is reconditioning. You are unlearning the idea that being liked is the same as being lovable. You are redefining what it means to care, not just for others, but for yourself. Saying no isn't shutting people out. It's inviting authenticity in. The relationships that survive your truth are the ones worth keeping. Boundaries will challenge some people. That's okay. You weren't put on this earth to maintain everyone's comfort. You were meant to live in alignment with your values, your limits, your energy. So what do you do next time the pressure builds? Next time your instincts say no, but your habits scream yes? You pause. You breathe. You check in. Do I truly want this? Will this decision honor my peace? Am I saying yes to avoid guilt or to live truthfully? Then you choose, not react. Choose. And when your voice trembles, say it anyway. "I'm not available for that. This doesn't work for me. I need to prioritize other things right now." Each time it gets a little easier. Each time your nervous system recalibrates. Each time your self-respect grows stronger. You will disappoint people. You will be misunderstood. But you will also build real connections, built not on performance, but on presence. So here's what I want to leave you with. Saying no is not rejection, It's redirection. You're not turning away from people. You're turning toward yourself. And you're worthy of that turn. Your time is sacred. Your energy is finite. Your emotional bandwidth is valuable. No is not a sin. No is not cruel. No is a sentence of self-love. So say it. Say it softly. Say it fiercely. Say it with grace. Say it with clarity. Because every no paves the way to a fuller yes. And that is a life you deserve to live. If you can relate to it, comment below. Let's have a meaningful conversation.